All right, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody, and welcome to this first ever presentation of the new smart contract called Etherchain. So Etherchain is what we're going to look at. Now, Etherchain is the world's first 100% decentralized community fund. It is a financial system created with blockchain and smart contract technology. It is the most transparent financial fund system in the world. Now, as an introduction of Etherchain, a smart contract is an intelligent protocol deployed on the Ethereum platform public chain. It has the characteristics of being non-corruptible, tamper-proof, fair, just, open, and transparent. The Etherchain smart contract is designed to provide everyone with an independent financial foundation based on blockchain and smart contract technology. By depositing Ethereum into the fund, which is the contract address, you activate the program and will receive 310% back, distributed accordingly to the contract algorithm. Etherchain is 100% decentralized and community-based. There are no additional profits made in the system. It is a P2P support model which ensures fairness, transparency, and justice for all. There are no mediators or intermediaries, no owners, no company or human interaction, effectively guaranteeing the fairness of all participating partners according to the rules of the smart contract. It is the most reasonable, safest, and best cutting-edge financial support model available at this time. Now, how does Etherchain work? Well, you enter Etherchain by depositing a minimum of 0.1 Ethereum into the fund. You're now eligible to receive 310% of your investment back. For example, if you deposit 1 Ethereum in, you'll get 3.1 Ethereum out. The 310% ROI is returned in 4 ways. There's 1 passive and 3 via marketing. When 310% is accumulated through any of the 4 ways, a new deposit must be made equal or greater to continue receiving from the fund. The 4 ways is as following. You will receive 1% daily ROI on your deposit for a maximum of 310 days. That is 100% passive income. The second one is a 10% direct referral commission for sharing and growing the community fund. Third one is a matching commission on partners' daily ROI income. You can see the daily ROI slide for details on that. And the fourth one is a daily top referral pool, which is 5% of all deposits. Let's go into that in detail. So the daily ROI of 1%, 1% of the invested amount is paid out daily to all users by the system algorithm, up to the point when the maximum deposit limit is reached, i.e. 3.1 times. So suppose that your investment amount is 5 Ethereum, you're now eligible to receive 15.5 Ethereum from the fund. So every day you will receive 0.05 Ethereum until 310 days is over, or until the maximum limit is achieved by any of the other 3 ways, whichever is reached first. Now, the direct commission is awarded to sponsor when a direct partner makes a deposit, all first deposits and redeposits. So this is 10% of the invested amount, i.e. direct partner deposits 10 Ethereum, you will receive 1 Ethereum as your commission. There are no limits to how many direct partners you can have. All commissions apply towards the 3.1 times limit. So for example, let's say that you have 1 person investing 3 Ethereum, that's 0.3 to you. And another investing 0.6, that's 0.06 to you. Another 1, that's 0.1. And another one 7, that's 0.7 to you. And 0.1 is 0.01 towards you. No limits. You can have as many direct partners as you wish. Now, the daily ROI commission, this is an amazing comp plan. So the daily ROI matching commission is based on the daily return of your partner's deposits and is awarded when any partner receives their daily income. And the levels of matching is based on how many directs you personally have. 1 level added for each direct referral. So if you have 1 direct, that means that you have 1 level of pay on that 1 direct, and you'll receive a 30% matching on that person's daily income. For every single person that you bring in on your first generation, you will receive a 30% match on their daily income. Now, if you bring in 2, you have 2 levels, 3, you have 3 levels, and so on, all the way up to 15. On your 2nd to 5th level, you will receive a 10% over a matching commission. On level 6 to 10, you will receive an 8% matching commission. And level 11 to 15, you'll receive a 5% matching commission. And this applies to all partners in your entire organization. This is where you can generate a daily residual income on a smart contract. Now, lastly, we have the daily top sponsor pool, which is 5%. So the top 4 daily sponsor pool. Every day, 5% of the Ethereum deposits is added to the top daily sponsor fund pool. 10% of that pool is awarded to the top 4 sponsors of that day. So every 24 hours, the top 4 sponsors will receive 10% of this pool. The remaining 90% is rolled over to the next day's pool to increase this fund. Now, the allocation of the 10% is as following. The winner will receive 40%, runner-up 30%, third place 20%, and fourth 10%. The daily sponsor pool is active from day 1. Now, how are the deposit functions? So the partner deposits Ethereum into the Etherchain smart contract. The contract will deploy 3.1 times back. That's 310%. Now, the first cycle when you deposit, so we all run in cycles. The cycle is of 310%. Everybody will receive the same amount, 1%. How fast you will receive those 310% is quite up to you. It's all if you want to participate in growing the fund. Now, in the first cycle, the minimum deposit is 0.1 Ethereum, and you can deposit up to 10. Now, once you have completed that cycle and received 310%, you will need to reinvest to continue earning. Now, the second cycle, you will need to redeposit an equal amount as the first cycle or greater in the previous, up to 30. So if you deposited 1 Ethereum in the first cycle, when you start the second, the minimum investment amount will then be 1 Ethereum, up to 30. Now, the third cycle, it will be equal or greater than the previous cycle, up to 90 Ethereum. And the fourth cycle and beyond, it will be equal and greater than the previous cycle, up to 200 Ethereum. There are no limits to how many cycles you can have in this program. Absolutely no limits. Now, the algorithm distribution of funds. So out of the 100% that comes in, 1% goes as a platform fee. 5% goes to the daily pool, 10% goes to a direct referral commission, while 84% is reserved for distribution of the daily ROI and referral commission. That is how it works. Now, important notes to know, Etherchain is a community-based project. It is 100% decentralized. It is based on P2P transactions through smart contract. What does this mean? As we said earlier, we do not generate or create additional profits in the system. This is community-based. It is peer-to-peer, person-to-person, and is 100% decentralized. Now, each deposit cycle is 310%. When 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue earning and receiving from any of the 4 ways. Why is this? Well, it's to prevent people from just coming into the fund and receiving. Every cycle is 310%. Once you receive that, you will need to redeposit to help grow the fund, to pay back into the fund so you can receive more. This is creating sustainability in the fund. Now, minimum entry is 0.1 Ethereum. It is open to all participants from all over the world. There are no restrictions. No referrals is required in order to receive. The 1% payouts is daily to all members. It is 100% passive. You can increase the speed of your returns by growing the community fund through marketing and sharing of Etherchain. Now, with that, I want to finish off with that we are a decentralized financial platform. It is 100% decentralized, 100% transparency, 100% fairness, and 100% automatic. So with that, I want to thank you, and I want to ask you to get back to your sponsor. You do not want to miss this.